Hello everyone. I got some cool new games to show you that I've recently acquired. Um, I recently found out, I guess not found out, but found an interest in importing games from Japan. Um, and it's been kind of a fun little activity for me, but besides that, let's get started. So, here's our first game, Sonic 1 for the Mega Drive. Yeah, Sonic 1. It's fresh from Japan. It's kind of a pretty cool box art here. That was one of the main reasons why I got it. These clips are tight, man. Here's the manual, of course. Here's the game. Now, you may notice the shape is physically different for these games. So they will not fit in anything but a Mega Drive. However, the games themselves are not region locked. So you can technically play these if you take the back off, or if you take the top off your system, or if you modify the slot a little bit. But we're not going to do that. We're going to talk about that later. So there's Sonic 1. What else do we have? Well, we got Sonic 2, of course. Sonic 2 for the Mega Drive as well. I just really like these designs. Not much more to say. Again, here's our cartridge, same design. It's got a nice feeling to it. I don't know how to describe it. But, anyways, this manual is kind of worn. That's kind of a cool thing to have because it's almost as if it tells a story. It tells a story of some young boy or girl, or maybe a parent in Japan who played this game. A young kid, a young adult played this game and read this manual and looked through it. It's just, I don't know, I think it's just really cool to see something like that. So it's a nice little thing to have here. So let's put this back in. It's a little hard to get in because some of the stuff is bent. Non-region locked game. By the way, both of these are not region locked. They're just physically locked. Well, what's next? Can you take a guess? It's Sonic 3 for the Mega Drive. Isn't that awesome? Well, here we are. Check this out. Sonic 3. Here's our cartridge once again. Now, this game is region locked. Yeah, so you can only play it on a Mega Drive or Genesis that has the jumper set from English to Japanese on the board. That's how they distinguished what region the console was to save some money. But in this modern day, it's actually very useful because you can easily switch a system from PAL to NTSC or English to Japan or vice versa. So this game is region locked. We're going to talk about that in a second, though. This manual is in very good condition, so I'm trying to be careful with the manual. It's in very good condition compared to Sonic 2, and there's just so much to look through, to see, so many things I don't understand what they say. Knuckles, he's got a little character page. I bet they say little facts about him. Sonic, Tails, Dr. Eggman, remember, he's Dr. Eggman in Japan. Can't forget that. Well, let's get this back in here. These are a little hard to get in. Here we go. Okay, so Sonic 3, I mentioned, is actually region locked. Well, how do you mitigate that? Well, I got a cool game here called Sonic and Knuckles. Now, this is the American version. However, the only thing the difference between the NTSC English and Japan is the text right here. Otherwise, the game is exactly the same. And so what does that mean? Well, that means that this game is region free. And what do you know about these two games? They lock on. Yeah, so if you lock this game onto here, you can play it region free, because this is the this game takes the code from here and uses this game to run off of. It's kind of, you know, a little weird to explain. That's the simple way of saying it. So the same goes for Sonic 2 here. We can do Knuckles in Sonic 2 the exact same way. Now, but what about regular Japanese games? Well, you can play these if you use a Game Genie, because you use an American Game Genie. It has these nice rounded edges, and you just put your Japanese game on top, and you can play that. So isn't that really cool? Isn't that really cool? Normally, you know, Sonic 3, US. Somebody wrote their name on this way back when. Isn't that kind of cool? Hogan? Well, doubt you see this video, but I have your game. Anyways, before we test this out on my Genesis, what's the last game that I've imported? Super Mario Kart for the Super Famicom. This game was actually cheaper to get boxed from Japan than it was to buy the regular Super Nintendo version. And let's open this up here. Obviously, they used cardboard boxes. Here's our game. Manual is just chilling in the back here. Let's get the game out. So the Super Nintendo does not have a region lock. It has a physical lock, and what that means is in the console, in the American cartridges, they cut little tabs out here so that an American game fits and it slides into these tabs in the cartridge slot of a Super Nintendo. To get rid of that, you just have to rip the tabs off, which isn't too hard if you have a plier of some sort. So that's how I plan to play this game. Let's put this back. And let's test this game on the Genesis. Alright, make sure it's firm. Make sure all connections are occurring. Alright, let's turn this thing on. My switch is a little sticky. I gotta clean that out. There we go. And here it is, Japanese version. Oh, somebody had some saves on here. All the emeralds, Mushroom Hill. Not much else. But yeah, there it is. We're playing our Japanese copy through Sonic and Knuckles. Let's see if there's any competition data. Oh, yeah. Wow, that's awesome. That's really cool. Well, why don't we try Sonic 2 and see what happens? And there it is. We are technically playing the Japanese version of Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic 2. That's pretty cool. Well, why don't we try with Sonic 1 and see what happens? No way, no way. Well, technically does work. We could play the blue spheres. It's a little hard for me to do with one hand, but it does work. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, so I think we'll end this video with putting all the new stuff on the shelves. I don't plan to talk about the Super Nintendo modification. I think it's going to be a separate video just because of the tools and stuff needed. But yeah, let's put these on the shelves. Put them back in their boxes, of course. Unfortunately, no box for this, and no box for this. This was in the cardboard box era, even in Japan. Japanese copy of this game is very, very expensive, and since this is, region free, well, I don't see why I can just stick with this guy. Of course, Mario Kart for Famicom. Let's go put them on the shelves. Well, it's a little bit of a mess right now, isn't it? I guess that's what happens when you have different games laying around in different systems. Like, I believe this was attached to Mega Man X and Mario World 2. But, we'll fit this right in here. It's slightly taller than the Super Nintendo boxes. There it goes. Well, on to the Genesis games. As you can see, I have a couple double copies here. I have 2 copies of NBA Live 95. I have a lot of sports games here. 2 copies of NBA Jam. So, I think what I'll have to do is make some space here. The loose cartridges are here. Why don't we start with those guys first? Right there. And of course, Knuckles right next to it, sticking out like a sore thumb. I can't really tell because of the light, but I guess I also have a loose copy of NBA Jam. You can never have too many NBA Jams. And NBA Live 97, a loose copy and a box copy. Man, I have a lot of these miscellaneous games going around. Well, let's remove the duplicate copies I have of NBA Jam way over here. We're just going to have to put that up here for now. This is what happens when you run out of space. Or actually, put it right on top of some of the loose games. Get up some space. You can see down here, N64, Atari is buried down there, PlayStation 3, GameCube, NES. We don't have a whole lot of room with the shelves we have. Alright, scoot all this down. Get this game out of here. Okay, there is Sonic 1 in. Okay, let's try and squish Sonic 2 in. Oh boy, we're barely gonna have any room. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these sports titles, I think. Well, I feel like if I have NBA Live 95 and 97 and 96, I think, 95 is probably the worst of the games. Just figuring. Sorry, Clax. Okay, I need one more game to go. Well, what could go? I'm gonna have to say NBA Live 96, since we have 97 already on the shelf. So, now we can just scoot these over. And we have room for maybe another game. Maybe we can fit our Sonic 1 that's just floating around in there. And then move Sonic 2. Oh, what fun. Gotta get this under here. Here we go. That's about all the room I have, man. I have to get more shelf space for these Genesis games. Well, these are gonna have to go on top of the loose cartridges. We're making efficient use of the space. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end. Wow, I don't even have room for the Super Nintendo titles now. Man, okay, well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you found that semi-interesting. I know I kind of rambled, but I really wanted to show these off because I think they look really cool. I think they're just cool to have. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.